How do I feel about COVID?
Yeah, how you feel about COVID?
I don't know. I feel like it's a scam.
How's it a scam?
I don't know. I'm just like, it's real. I know for a fact it's real. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you gonna get it, and you're not gonna get it. And it's gonna pass in like 2 weeks, so why worry when all this like stuff that you're gonna, you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. It's just, it's like, it's too stressed about, bro. Like, people stress over it.
No, we definitely overstressed it in the beginning. Cause we had school shut down and we didn't have nearly as much cases, but now we actually have a bunch of cases. So
yeah, and it's still stressed a lot. You just stop. You know what I'm saying?
How you feel, Brian?
I feel like obviously it's serious, but people get it and make the biggest deal.
I'm
Like,
saying, like, you got COVID,
you have it, you know what you need to do. Like, you sitting there crying and
It's like a
like
cold, bro.
going crazy about it isn't gonna change the fact that you have it. It's like you just have to, you just get it. You have to quarantine.
But it's deadly.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but it would be like a teenage girl with no issues, like no health issues, just crying because she has to stay in her room for a few days.
Right. Like watch TikTok or something. Like, damn.
Like, yeah, I mean, it sucks, but like that's just what you gotta do, man. Like, yeah.
You are federal, bro.
Yo, I'm serious. Like, you be tripping.
So you think we should get kicked out of school again?
Like go on lockdown?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, if they gave us that lockdown on last March because of what, a few hundred cases, and now this county is the what you call it, the highest county, the second highest in the U.S., then they should, yeah.
That was before vaccine or anything. That was an unknown virus.
Yeah, but we're the second highest in the nation.
The nation, the whole nation. Think about that, Ethan.
Just bro.
Second highest amount of cases in the nation. They definitely should give school off. And
I
if
mean,
they don't,
yeah, not lockdown though.
Not quarantine type.
Right.
But like,
yeah, obviously, I've been saying this. They should give us like an extended winter break. How are they gonna?
Kids are just gonna do the same thing they've been doing.
But it's not even about that.
No, break is Thanksgiving break is why all these cases started going crazy.
Yeah,
right, and we came back to school. Now on winter break, people are traveling, doing other things. We're just gonna go right back to school.
Exactly.
So I don't know what they expect.
So what do you suggest they do?
Instead of winter break.
What if people just stay out?
Then that's cool. Then don't get back to school, Ethan.
They should like say something. They should be like, I don't even know, man. It's hard.
I mean, part of the reason it's spreading, people are dumb, but like,
they should
also like this goes back to myself, so I'm kind of contradicting myself. Don't worry about it. Like, live your life. Don't stress about COVID because you're gonna get it. It's inevitable.
I say they don't have the power to do this, but they should do like a stay-at-home order for our county. Like once everyone's done traveling, because like when the week we're supposed to go back to school, everyone will be back. So then they'll just they could do like a stay-at-home order or something like that.
Oh yeah, not announce it till that week.
Yeah, or something like that, like some spontaneous. Cause everybody will be back for school.
Oh,
like okay, no school, but
like
stay
a mandated
home.
Cuyahoga County curfew.
Yeah, not necessarily like don't leave your house, but it could be like just try to stay home for this week.
Like how they
possible.
Impose gatherings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like 10.
Yeah, something like that.
5?
Just do that for a week, and then they'll like let them try to go down.
People ain't gonna follow that. That's the thing.
That's
that's
true. People definitely will.
Bro,
some people
we're the highest in the nation right now in cases, and people are still throwing parties.
Okay, that's true.
Nobody's throwing parties.
Nobody throwing parties.
There was a party the other day.
Where?
I'm not gonna say who, but there was.
Oh. It wasn't.
Hey, whatever. I feel the point. Still.
Okay, there's a difference between a party and a gathering with somebody's friends. There has not been
there hasn't been a party.
Well, not since the one that got everybody COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody chilling.
Everybody chilled
Everybody had COVID. That's what happened.
No, everybody chilled out. Even the people that didn't have COVID.
Because they ain't had the people that were throwing it were the people who had it.
Right, and now
nobody.
So how they going?
Okay, now they don't have COVID. Do you see them throw it anymore?
No, because they know better.
Exactly,
bro. I mean, I guess so.
But to be honest, if they all got it, eventually they're gonna get the realization. They're gonna be like, okay, we had a party, everybody got it. Now everybody basically immune. We're gonna have another one.
Right, yeah. But they are immune though. Like that.
Right,
that
that's the thing. That's
is good.
I say that eventually they're gonna
think.
They're gonna start thinking like that though.
Exactly.
They can be like, okay, we had this big outbreak. There's more immunity. Now we can do what we want. Right.
All the antibodies and stuff and shit.
They gonna, you know how they get, so they gonna be trying to have it more. We're gonna see.
Our immune systems are weak as freak right now.
I've had COVID before. Have you had it?
I don't know. Probably.
You probably had.
I had to.
Exactly. In the past 3 months, I had to have. But I was sick for a whole month. And I still went out. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think I was the cause of it, to be honest.
This is incriminating. But no, he doesn't even go to our high school, bro.
He said I had it. I still.
He doesn't. Out. He had online school. It don't matter. It don't matter. He was at home. He was at home. That's funny. So y'all feel is more important to be liked or respected?
Liked or respected?
Yeah.
Liked or respected? I don't know. Why can't you get a little bit of both? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, if you had to pick one.
I mean, to be liked, because to be respected is it's like you're a figure to that person. But to be liked, you're their friend, and then you do earn that respect. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to like who you respect, though.
Mm-hmm.
Or you don't have to respect who you like.
You don't have to respect. Wait, but if you like someone, you obviously most likely respect.
Yeah. Sometimes you just don't respect what people do.
But you can respect somebody you don't like.
Yeah, but
I feel like if you like somebody,
just so you like someone don't mean you respect them.
I don't know. Nah, to be liked, because to be liked, you actually build a genuine relationship with that person. But to just respect them, you just say hi or something
right, it could be somebody you hate, but you be like, I respect him still.
Exactly. What you think?
No, I definitely think you should be liked, but I'm just saying, can't you not respect the people you like?
Nah, I don't think you.
Some people just have tendencies, but you may like those tendencies, but you may not respect the tendency. You feel me?
So you can say how you like how Moby acting, saying whatever he wants, but you don't respect it. What?
Okay, but you don't respect that I do that. That
but
I'm no filter, but you
respect him
me.
as a person, right? So you cannot respect some certain thing they do, but if you like a person as a person, you probably respect them.
But if you don't, if you don't respect a part of them, then how do you still respect them wholly as a person?
It's not a part of them. It's just a certain thing they do.
It's a trait. It's a habit.
A trait is a part of the person, though.
Okay, it is a part of the person, but it's not the whole person.
Yeah.
A trait doesn't make up the whole person.
Right. So then, how can you wholly respect someone?
We weren't talking about that.
You said respecting the whole person.
Them as a whole.
Them as a person.
We're not saying you respect. By them, you don't. Why?
You don't respect everything.
Right. We're saying, but as a person,
I don't think it's possible to respect literally
every
everything,
part. Right.
Every part of a human.
But them as a person, you can still respect them.
Exactly. Nobody's perfect to respect them that much. You obviously don't respect some that they do.
Right.
Which brings me back to why being liked or is better than being respected. Well, not better, but I'd rather have that, because being liked, you do get that respect. But just being respected alone, you don't form a relationship, a friendship with that person.
Yeah, but you can walk over people that you like, but people you respect are not gonna do that to.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a big like the question of, would you rather be loved or feared?
Loved.
Why?
Wait, who would want? Wait.
Why would you want to be feared?
You gonna Dylan?
That's a real question. Would you rather be loved or feared?
Why would you want to be?
If
feared?
You had to pick.
Okay, so think about it. You're walking down the high school hallway. You'd rather. Who would want people to be like, oh my God, why? Look, he's coming, or be like, oh look, he's coming, let's go. Like that. Who would want to be feared?
Right.
I'm talking about in a high school setting.
But that's just an example. Okay, give an example. You'd want to be feared.
Your enemy.
Bro, what? What is he on, bro?
I mean, but fear your enemy.
Okay, let's switch the subject. Come on.
Okay, let's switch the subject.
All right, bro. Is having a big ego a positive or a negative trait?
Big ego.
Yeah.
Big ego.
You know, Matty Durham type.
I think it could be.
I think it could be both.
Yeah,
but
same.
If I had to choose to have, like, to be have a huge ego or have like a small one, I'd rather want a small one.
I'd rather have a big one.
Yeah, I'd rather have a big one too. Why you want a small one?
Well, okay.
No, don't switch. I want to hear why you.
No, I was about to ask y'all, like, or I was about to ask you, like, what exactly like goes under. Like, say I have a small ego, can I still act? Like, can I still do things that someone?
You're not confident.
So I can't ever be confident. Like, I would just. Then,
like
okay.
Small ego.
So yeah, I'd rather have a big one then. But like in general, I'd rather have a small one. But like everybody can have their moments where they like shine and stuff like that. But if I have to stay with no confidence for the rest of my life, I'd rather just be overly confident than have none.
So, you rather be arrogant than always be humble?
Yep.
Why?
I mean, I don't know, cause being humble, like too much humbleness is just like and kind of annoying to me.
And sometimes you gotta take your credit, bro.
Like, I don't know, I feel like sometimes I read it in people, like, I don't think anybody's humble. Like, being too humble, I read it as like a sign of them wanting pity or something like that. I hate that. It annoys me. It's my biggest pet peeve in a person.
Yeah, and sometimes you have
being
to, like,
too humble. Like, oh, I can't do this. Oh my God, no, I can't do that. Like,
what do you mean by like I can't do that? Like they're saying they can't compete like some type of task.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like they want you to be like, oh no, you can. Just believe. Like, blah blah blah.
And yeah, then people will be like,
that.
we'll see what happens. We'll see what like.
Exactly. I hate that. Like, being too humble is weird.
And actually, I don't know, cause like with track, I was never been like.
Okay, but like that's like you don't talk shit, but like.
What are you looking at? When have I ever been non-humble?
No, I'm saying like in track you don't talk shit. It's just like that's not too humble.
I know I'm talking to Ian.
Yeah, but you don't go like when we're talking about humble right now. You don't go like, oh, I don't know. I'll see if I can. It's not like that. It's like a confidence. It's not like a.
Yeah, you definitely have confidence when it comes to track. Is you know you're good.
I have confidence in what I know I can do. I'm not.
Yeah, I know.
I've never gone and be like, oh yeah, I'm jumping this when I've never jumped it before.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying
that's never.
Stop! Don't say the name.
That's Elijah though. I love him.
And that's the balance you have. But like we're talking about, like, would you rather be too humble or arrogant? And I personally want to be arrogant. People will not like me for it, and some people would find it amusing or funny, or I don't know.
That's because that's how you are. That's how you are now.
I'd rather be too humble because being arrogant just makes you like say. You are super egotistical about something, then you're just wrong, or you don't do what you say you're gonna do. Then you just look.
I do that, but it's a joke. I make a joke out of it. I do that.
Okay, but if that's your whole person, it's not gonna be a joke. That's gonna be who you are.
I don't care. Too humble is just weird to me. I hate people like that. Like I love humble. I'm super humble. I love humble people. I don't like too humble people. I hate it to the point where
you are not super humble.
Yeah, exactly.
I really be chilling for it.
No, okay, but you could say stuff like that. You could do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can't do. Like for example, if you could jump long jump. How much you long jump?
23.
23. If you could jump 23, dang it, man! I think I'm gonna jump like 10 feet.
Like
that. That's so annoying.
That's how Lucas used to be.
Lucas who?
Zarder. When I used to jump on him, he used to be on.
No, but he was cool.
No. He was cool, but every time before he jumped, I'm like, "What we hitting today? He was like, oh, I'm going for a slice 17. I'm like, bro.
Nah,
come on now.
I hate that.
I'm like, that's barely. I do better than that on a regular.
No, but people that do that so much, like that, they're serious with it. Like they're looking for that pity. I can't deal with that.
So do you think sometimes humbleness is just an excuse for people? Yeah, people to lower expectations of themselves from other people.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, everyone does that. Like before track meets, Andrew would always be like, "Oh yeah, you jumping this, you going crazy." I'd be like, "We'll see." I'm never just gonna be like,
right.
Yeah,
like I am. That's just being humble though. That's not being too humble.
I'd be like, "We'll see."
Like if in that situation.
No. But that's like, that is just lowering people's expectations of what you're gonna do.
That's not lowering. It's just I'm not trying to hire them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'll never be like Andrew. Well, Andrew can be like, you're jumping 6'4". I'll never be like, nah, maybe 6'2". I'll just say I don't know. We'll see. But I'll never say no. I'm jumping 6'6".
No, like for example, in that situation, if Andrew's like, oh, you jumping 6'4", blah blah blah, the right response will be, we'll see. The arrogant response will be like, nah, I'm jumping 6'6", and the too humble response will be like, damn, bro, I don't think I can even get
right.
5 foot.
Exactly.
No. But that mentality.
Like, people have that balance, but I just don't.
No, but sometimes having that mentality, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do better than the expectation is better than having a lower, like, lowballing people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, you have nothing to lose or gain if you...
Exactly.
If people have a high expectation... So, yeah, I understand that. But being low, like, there's no benefit to doing that if you want
That's the thing. I don't lower. If he says, oh, you're jumping 6'4", I'll say, we'll see.
Yeah, so
I'll never say, no, I'm not jumping 6'4".
What's wrong with hiring it, though? What's, like, if you walk around like a king, there's no... way that's gonna
for track that's different. I'm not gonna preach that I'm jumping 6'6" when I know that's not certain. I can say I'll try to go for 6'6", but him saying you're jumping 6'6", I'll never say yeah I am.
Sometimes you gotta speak it into existence.
No, I'll say I'll try.
But that's what I'm saying. People have that balance. You can't compare like the real life world situations because you'd be like, I'll try, we'll see. But we're just talking about the would you rather. Nah, I don't think I'm jumping 5 foot. Or would you rather? Nah, I'm jumping like 6'7".
Yeah, but no in between.
No in between. Not like, oh, we'll see. Like, what would you rather have? I'd rather have the 6'7".
So the one I choose is the one that's like mentally. So I can't say nah, I'm jumping 5'4", knowing I can do better. Like I would actually think I'm jumping 5'4".
Yeah, exactly.
Then I'd rather.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, that's where it gets tricky. Because you could like preach like that.
But you're lowballing for no reason though.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on like, do I actually think that? Like, say me now. I go to a track meet. And I'm just like, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to get 6 foot, knowing I can already do it. Like, would I actually think I can't get 6 foot, or am I just trying to lower it?
Give me the answer for both the situations, knowing you actually could do that, and whether you surprise yourself.
Okay, so if I actually in my head didn't think I could do anything, I'd rather be super arrogant because I'd be able to think I could do more than I can do. But if I was able to if I was just a person who preached like not being humble, but like deep down knew what they were capable of, I'd rather do that. But if I had to choose like a strong, arrogant, or completely super humble, then I'd choose the arrogant way.
Yeah.
Because then you'll never be able to think you could do anything in life if you just think like that.
Yeah.
So I'd rather think I could do everything in life than think I can do
nothing. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's a good way to reword that question.
So why don't we do that on the regular? Why don't we walk around like we can do everything?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. In real life, we have that balance.
But
we
why?
Can find the balance.
Okay, because this is not part of the question. I'm just asking. It's a whole separate thing. Why do we have that balance? Yeah, why do we create that balance?
We want to appeal to people. Like we don't want people, like for example, the arrogant part. We don't want people be like, oh, he's a cocky asshole.
Right. No one wants to just keep walking around saying they can do it all.
Exactly, and you don't want to be like that person and be like, oh, no, I can't do that. I'm like, oh, he's a.
Because we know no one can do everything.
Exactly.
So no one's gonna walk around saying they can do everything because they know they can't.
And it's also the vice versa for that too humble. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the big
peeve
I have.
Right.
Like people find that balance.
So people think they can't do anything. Obviously, there's something they can do. So like that's why we try to find a balance in life because no one's gonna say they can't do anything in life.
The whole reason for that balance is appealing to people.
Right. You want to seem like you have confidence, but you don't want to seem like cocky or anything.
Exactly. You just want to be confident. You don't want to be cocky. You don't want to be too humble.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about specifically like some type of outward expression to your ego or some type of confidence. I'm saying like internally, why don't we just say and think that we can do pretty much anything we put our mind to?
Yeah, someone can think they can.
No. You're saying like just between yourself.
Yeah. Not an outward expression.
I do that. I do that all the time.
Yeah, obviously, if you really want to do something, you'll try to do it. But
like I'm saying, like your personality within yourself kind of differs from the personality you give out to people.
Exactly.
Like, so I'm arrogant when it comes to myself. Be like, oh, I'm doing this. I'm literally doing that. Right.
And but deep down he knows he's not just gonna do everything he said he can do.
Okay. But that helps me though sometimes. Right. That helps me.
He'll
like,
say he can do it. Right.
But
when he says that, right. That's why I say on God so much. Like we'll be playing the game, be like, on God we win this game. On God we win this game because he wants to preach it. But he knows deep down we can still lose that game.
Exactly. I know it's not certain, but I just bring it
right.
out.
Exactly.
So how genuine are we as people externally?
Not very.
Not that much.
And why is that?
I don't know, because I don't think we could show our real like sides to people, because I don't think it would be bad. What's the word I'm looking for? Bad balance, bad friendships between people, because people would just not stand each other.
What? If they weren't fake sometimes?
No, we're not. I'm not saying it's fake. I'm just saying it's not.
Not everything you think should just be
just
how you
blurted.
act. Yeah, exactly.
You have to limit yourself. You have to find the balance. This is why balance is such a key.
Because it's not everything's about you. If you thought you could just do everything, and you go out and just try to do everything, people are just gonna be like, okay, what is he doing? He's getting in my way. He's doing this. Like,
right.
Say
life is not all about you.
Yeah, exactly. Because the way people think,
you need the connections.
Right. The outside world influences what you think, but it's like after the fact. Like, you'll have a certain thought, but then you'll be like, oh, I can't do this because of this, because of this, because of this. Like, stuff like that.
But why do we let that stop us?
Stop what? What do you mean?
Like, those external things.
Like, the expectations, you mean?
Yeah.
Because that's just being, like...
That's just being human,
yeah,
bro.
That's not realistic.
So how do we decide who we are, then? Like, how do we decide how much we put out? How do we decide who we are?
That just happens over time.
You
don't just sit there, right? You don't just sit there and think how you're gonna be. You just are what you are.
Yeah, exactly.
No one sits down and is like, okay, for the rest of my life, I'm gonna be this confident, this humble.
People do that all the time.
They strive, but no one can just instantly click and be right. They can't just be like, okay, now I'm like this.
You really can't.
No, you can't.
It's just society.
But you said truly internally. That's not truly internally. That's just how you're.
Truly internally, you can change who you. There's nothing. There's nothing stopping me from being, from changing the person I was 5 seconds ago. Like,
okay, 5 seconds is different from the rest of your life.
There's literally nothing stopping me. Is what I'm saying. You can wake up tomorrow and be an entirely new person if you wanted to.
But how? No, I couldn't.
You just change the way you act, change the way you react to things, and that's exactly who you are.
Yeah, I can start doing that, but that doesn't mean that's who I am.
But what you are is a reaction to your external world.
But okay, think about it. If I'm gonna try to be nice, or try not to say anything mean, I internally have to stop myself from doing what I'm not trying to do. That's not me being natural. That's me just trying to fix something.
That's just a mental stigma that you've created throughout your whole life.
Exactly. So you can't just change like that. You have to stop yourself and try to actually be different until that's who you are. You can't just snap and be that person. Exactly. You have to work to be that person.
It says who, though?
That's just how it works.
It's just how it works. It's not. No one says it. Not the society factor. Not anything. It's just how it works.
If you said, if you went right now and said, I don't want to cuss for the rest of my life, you think you would never cuss? Like, from right now.
I don't cuss anyway.
No.
Okay, I'm saying for me.
If Mo this second said, I never want to cuss again.
I never want to cuss again.
He will cuss eventually.
I'm playing 2K and shit.
Right.
But there
it goes.
That's different.
I'm playing 2K and shit.
Obviously, he's not truly indebting himself to that.
No, but
I am. But like,
it's who he is. It's
exactly.
who he is.
That's who he's taught himself.
Exactly.
Who he is.
Eventually, he taught you have to teach yourself.
So what I'm saying, but that's not even him teaching himself. That's what society taught him.
Right, and he can't stop overnight. Eventually, he's gonna be like, okay, let me not say that.
You can't change the person you are within 5 seconds.
Exactly.
You can't change.
If he wants to stop cussing, he'll say a cuss word within the next couple of weeks, but he'll slowly start to stop himself.
I'm talking about like who we are in an external sense.
What do you mean?
Like how we react to the world. Like if I were to view you, not how you view yourself. If I were to view you, you can change who you are in 5 seconds. Like you can
but like say we're friends and you still view me the same way. Like I can't change.
I'd be like you switched up.
Right, but that takes time. No one's gonna be like he switched overnight. No,
though we know people.
No, I don't know anyone that switched overnight. I saw things slowly start to happen.
Slowly,
but slowly, but like that wasn't even slow, at all. It was like
okay, that's not overnight though.
It's not overnight.
Something happened. Like eventually,
you're saying in 5 seconds I can change the way you view me. What is that? What can I literally say?
I'm not saying. Okay, I'm saying your reactions to your reactions to the external world, right? Mm-hmm. And you change your reactions, aren't you changing too?
Yes.
Right.
But it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in 5 seconds.
But what I'm saying is you can make that happen.
You can, but it takes time.
I'm not saying like 5 seconds you have to make everyone react and see you that way. I'm saying that if you go in with that mindset and you choose to react a certain way externally to any situation.
Okay, but here's the thing though. Here's the thing.
Yeah, you'll have to change who you act. You can't. It won't just be different immediately.
Here's the thing.
Of course, you have to change
your reactions.
Your
reactions are a part of it. Your reactions are a part of you. But so you can't change that overnight. It's like you're gonna try, right? But that reaction that you previously had will come out. Like, it will come out, but you'll be like, oh,
like,
I should have
stopped myself. It's like building
myself.
habits, bro.
It's like, I should have stopped myself.
So you're saying who we are is just a habit?
Exactly.
Exactly, yes. Everything how you act became a habit. Like, what's it called? Like, how we act socially with each other. Eventually, we, like, saw people start doing this. Like, for example, I don't know, what's something random we say, like, the baby thing, or you're down here. Everyone started doing that, and that's why it became natural for us to do.
Exactly. It's a habit. Everything we do in life is a habit. And you build habits. So, like, for example, I never played a video game. I start playing video games. I'm playing video games for, like, basically every day now during winter break. It's a habit.
And, like, the L thing, like, we say, like, L-mans or something like
that.
Habit. Before, you'd have to think to say that. Now, it just comes out without you even thinking about it.
Existence in itself is a habit.
Like, before me and Mo would sit and think, we'd be like, L this, L that. But now it's just like, we're just talking. We're like,
exactly.
L book.
So, for example, we started it in, I think it was Mikey's car, us three, right? And I was just like, I was looking on TikTok, and I saw Aiden, and I just said...
Oh, yeah, and then we started saying, like Wazowski, and then we added it to the name.
Exactly, and then I was like, L life,
and we would sit there and think of stuff to say.
Like, and he was like, L existence, and we just burst out laughing. And then he would say, blah, blah, blah. And then we brought it to the group chat, so now everybody's saying
But now it's like, that's just something we say.
It's just a habit.
So you're saying life is just like a big game?
I mean,
if you think about it that way, then I guess. You can't change the way you live, like, spontaneously.
But if you change your viewpoints can change pretty quickly.
Right? Yeah, but something has to happen. You can't just be sitting by yourself.
You can't be like...
Well, of course, you have to come to some type of realization.
Exactly, yeah.
So you have to be sitting by yourself.
Like, no one who's a Donald Trump supporter will sit and just be doing nothing and be like, okay, I'm...
Nah, because people...
That's not how it works.
I don't want to be...
They have to see, hear something.
They have to, like, be convinced.
I don't want to be controversial right now, bro.
Like, bro, iPhones are better, right? And then
no one's gonna say it'd be like, you know what? I think Samsungs are better. No, they'll be like, okay, this can do this can do this.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's his thing.
Everything has reason.
Because part of society has told us that iPhones are better than Androids. We clown Androids,
and
that's part of like a stigma. That's what. It's not like it's necessarily our thoughts that cause that. It's the viewpoints of other people.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But like, society doesn't factor everything in our lives. Like, obviously, our phones, what you call it? Stuff like that, like technological. Technology. Why did I say technological?
I don't know.
I was gonna say some big word or something like that. Alright. Technology, like stuff like that. Society teaches us like which is better, stuff like that, right? But like our factors in our lives, we made it. We created those habits.
Did we create the habits?
We did.
Or did we copy them?
Copy them from who?
I don't know.
Not everything was copied. Some things were like internalized. Like that's just who you came out to be.
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know.
Like some things you do, you have no reasoning for doing them. You just do them.
We're always the reaction to something, though.
Yeah, but okay, well, you don't know that reaction, so it's not like you knew what you were doing.
Just because you're not conscious of it doesn't mean it's not happening.
Right, but
you still use this controller?
Yeah.
You do? For PC games?
Mm. But you don't know why you're doing something. That's just who you are. And like when you're a little kid, some things you do is just who you grew up to be.
See,
being a little kid is different. Think about someone who's gay, bro. Like they know they're gay. All stuff aside, they know they're gay. They didn't see something that made them gay. That's just who they were. Like people who are deep down gay, they didn't see something growing up and be like, that made them gay. No.
Yes,
in some cases, yes.
We're getting off this topic because y'all want to say something.
No, I'm not. I'm saying like they saw a man and they thought they were gay.
Yeah, but no, not like that. Like they weren't influenced into being gay.
Okay, but
they realized that's who they were.
Yeah.
Attraction is different though.
I guess.
I'm talking about general stuff. Like,
why you really start the topic though? Like I always been.
Cause I don't trust you. I don't trust you.
What would I say?
Anyways, So
L-man.
So like what I was saying, like I was just asking how genuine we are as people.
Yeah, we said not very. Well,
we're genuine to ourselves, and we're genuine to the people we like the most.
Are we even genuine to ourselves?
Oh no, I was gonna say that I don't think we are.
You don't think we're genuine to ourselves?
I mean, sometimes, but obviously no. Like,
so how could we not be genuine to ourselves? We literally know what we are.
But sometimes, yeah, but you can know something, but you can force yourself to try to think different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like suppressing your reactions,
or try to like ignore that part,
tripping or something like that,
or like ignore that part of yourself. Like, I mean, deep down, yeah, you know, so it's kind of genuine, but
it's not. No, it's unconscious though. So you don't. It's not like you're actively knowing that.
If you're trying to limit that stuff, like say anything, a part of yourself that you're trying to limit, it's not genuine. I don't think it's genuine at all, because like he said, it's unconscious. Like you don't know that you're doing it. You just like it just clicked in your brain that I gotta stop doing this.
Yeah, but then you know you're doing it. I mean, yeah.
You have to be self-aware.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people aren't self-aware, so you're not gonna be able to do that.
Deep down, we are genuine to ourselves.
But it's not to ourselves if we're hiding from parts of ourselves.
But you still know it's there.
But you still know.
What if you don't know? Like.
But you but you do.
You do.
You know, like we don't even know who we are actually.
What? How?
Like how do you know who you are? From what you're told and what you've seen, right?
But he knows
because of your reaction to the things around you. But if you didn't have anything to react to, who are you?
No one.
See, that's the thing. See, that's the part you don't know.
That's nothing to react to. That's like being in a desert alone. What else could you be?
Right, so I'm saying when there's no distraction, when there's no props to assist the house.
Okay, but there is though. There is,
yeah. Right now there is. There's certain things that allow you to be who you are, right? But take away those things that helped you form who you were, then who are you?
So you're saying me without my family, without my friends, without school.
Okay, are you saying without
all the reactions like that have occurred in my life? What am I? Is that your question?
Like who are you?
He's no one, because that's what makes you a person.
What makes you a person is them.
Who could someone possibly be?
So you don't think who you are is deeper than just your reaction?
No.
Because what else would he? What would he?
So you don't believe in like a soul or some type of spirit?
But that's like saying his mind is erased. He wouldn't be himself if those things in his life were gone.
Yeah, but mind and soul are different.
How?
They are.
If your memory was wiped, who would you be?
Memory is not a soul thing.
If everything you've been through was erased from your memory, you would not be who you are.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's what we're saying too.
Yeah, exactly. What are we arguing?
But I'm saying, I'm talking about something deeper than that.
So what? Okay, what?
Like the soul, the spirit, the part of you that is practically how people can grow from the same, be in the same situations but still end up different. Kind of like that. Like kind of that super deep part of us that makes us all different.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I was saying earlier. Some things you are, that's just how you are. Not everything is influenced by what you went through, because people can grow.
So what is influencing that part?
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes people are just born a certain way. They're born, and how they grow up, they're gonna be a certain way.
You said they're born.
Like they're born and it's set who they're like. Certain parts of them are set already.
So do you believe in fate?
It's not fate. Nah. But when someone's born, as they develop, you see how they are. That's not always affected by something else. Like you said, someone can grow up in the exact same environment, same situation. Someone
and
become a different person.
And they could be two completely different people. Like that's the reason. Why are you two different people?
There are things about us that are just set in stone when we were born. Not everything that happened in our life affected who we were. You just grow up and that's who you are.
Like for example, I think you guys at birth were the same person.
Yeah, but maybe we're just a reaction to each other. And that's what makes us different.
But I still think that there's certain traits and like behaviors people will have that's not affected.
But to some extent, as twins, we developed our own personalities, basically doing something different than the other person.
Yeah, but parts of our personality were bound to happen regardless of any of that.
So you're saying it's like absolute?
Kinda, yeah. Not everything, but there's certain things that are literally that's how you're going to be.
Sometimes I forget you guys twins. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, you can see someone as they're young, you can see how they start to act. Not influenced by anything. That's just how your brain works. Everyone's brain works differently and is programmed different the second it forms.
Yeah, Mo was so sweet when he came here.
That's what you think, but that part was probably always in him. Like,
exactly.
when he was in Libya, he was probably doing the same things.
I was a rager.
Like, we could say we changed Mo, but like when he was little, he was probably doing the same thing. Or you could say America changed him. Like, no, there are parts of him that's always exactly that's been him.
I just didn't
There's
know
not
the
anything
language.
right. There's not anything in his life that made him that. That's just who he was.
So that's what I'm saying. That the part that's deeper than you, that part that if you take away all these things, then you still are.
Yeah, but you'd have to start experiencing things again to find out what that is.
Why is that? Well, that's only
you can't know who you are unless you react to things like you were saying.
That's only if we try to take time to perceive it.
Right, like I'm saying. If all your memories were okay, say his memory was erased, right?
Yeah.
And he started a new life. There are still gonna be bits and pieces of the way he acted in that new life because that's just how he is.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly, yeah, that's what I'm saying too. But
y'all were just saying that there was nothing.
Nothing what?
You said take away all the distractions, you're nothing.
Yeah, you're nothing until you start experiencing things again.
Exactly.
Well, that's
because you won't know who you are until things happen. You won't just sit there in an empty room and figure out who you are with nothing going on in your life.
Go ahead.
Wipe your memory. This age, this moment, take you to
a white room, nothing in it.
White room, nothing in it.
Right? You will never. You will never evolve. You will never do anything. You will be that person still. You have no experiences, no anything.
Okay, so that's because you have no medium at which to profess who you are.
That's what I'm saying. You need those experiences to become.
So it's like
to bring out who you are. Go.
Go ahead.
It's like if you hear, if no one's around, they hear a tree falling in the forest, does it make a sound?
Yes.
Yeah.
What does it sound? Isn't sound something that has to be perceived?
It's not sound to that person. Sound is a perspective.
There's nobody
made
around.
A sound, yes.
But
no one heard that
vibration
sound.
And never traveled through a medium in order to be perceived. So what I'm saying, you're saying that sound is still there. So that's kind of like what I'm saying. That part of you is still there. It just has no way of being perceived.
Nah, that's
not the same. Because if you put something in a fully
that's not different at all. There's no way to perceive it.
Say you played a speaker. Say you played a speaker in a room full of like the stuff that makes it so you can't hear. Soundproof. A soundproof room with a speaker playing music. That music's still playing.
You're gonna hear it.
No, like a complete. You can't hear
outside
anything.
Of the room?
Right. It's still playing music. You just can't hear it. That's the same as that tree falling. You're just not.
So it's just vibrations at that point. You're not hearing. There's no sound to be heard.
Because you physically can't hear it.
Right.
But it's still making those noises.
But there's no sound.
There is sound. Just because you can't hear the sound doesn't mean it's not there.
The question is nobody, not just you.
If
I'm saying if nothing or no one is there to perceive it, is it still sound?
Yes.
Yes, it is. It's a vibrational frequency, right?
Yes, but a frequency has to be interpreted and go through a medium in order to be perceived.
Okay, but it doesn't have to be perceived. It's just a vibrational frequency. It's just there. It doesn't have to be perceived.
Sound is the wave. Sound is not... What you're talking about is hearing. No one heard it, which means there was...
Sound is
what I'm saying is
frequency.
No, sound is... sound is a perception.
No, that's hearing.
No.
You perceive sound, and that's what hearing is.
Exactly. So how is it sound if there's nothing to perceive it?
Because sound can still happen without
perceiving sound is hearing.
It's
not sound until it's perceived.
If I was upstairs singing in my room...
perceiving sound is hearing. Sound is just a vibrational frequency. It is sound, even if it's not perceived.
That's just a vibrational frequency. Is just a vibrational frequency. Sound isn't until it's interpreted.
Okay, so if I left my phone upstairs...
sound is different.
If I left my phone upstairs playing music, I come down here, I can't hear it. It's still playing music. Sound's still coming out.
That's because you know that the sound was there?
Because I know when I press Because I know when I press play. Wait, look. When I press play, music comes out, right?
No, 1 second.
When you know when a tree falls, it makes a noise. That's the same thing.
Have you ever heard? Well, that's the thing. If no one's there to perceive it, then does it make a sound?
It does.
You can say that about anything then.
Okay, right. It's an analogy.
But that doesn't make sense. Obviously, it does.
Okay, obviously then. It makes a sound. In that case, then aren't there still parts of you, even if you're in a white room surrounded?
No, because if you delete all your memories, you can't.
This was the same argument.
It's not the same argument at all.
Yeah.
When we're talking about sound.
Okay, you have no memory. You're in a white room, nothing. You can't see anything but white. What are you going to start doing?
And it's not. Exactly, there's nothing to do. So what I'm saying.
No, it's not even nothing to do. You can't speak like you don't have anything. You're a baby.
You don't know. Baby. You can't hum a song.
Why y'all making this analogy inescapable? You're saying that you're nothing.
You are nothing.
You can't. What would you think about?
You can't walk.
You have nothing to think about.
You have to think.
Okay, so what would you do? You can't do anything.
You can't evolve. There's no experience.
You're not going to change who you are.
Okay, I can't think what y'all talking like. Get off my
Look, if someone could live forever and they're in that white room with no memory, they'll come out a million years later the same exact person as who they were. Okay.
Exactly.
Because there's nothing for them to evolve and change as.
You're this
right. And so I was saying, you gotta learn to listen. If I was saying, the part of you that is still consistent, the part deeper than that, like we were saying, people just come out with certain things, right? Mm-hmm. You were saying that, right? So if people are coming out with different things, and you put them in a situation where these things are no longer able to be perceived, then are they still there?
No, they have no memory. They're not. That's what.
No, this is Ethan, you. This is you in a way.
You were saying it's beyond memory. You're saying people just grow up with these certain things that they are.
Yeah.
So what does that have to do with memory?
Memory because is you. Look. Delete all your memory.
Memory is things you know. If you don't know anything,
you don't have to know something to react.
You're in a white room, right? Nobody's there. You're just there, right? And no memory at all. You basically spawn in there, right?
Basically,
your birth is there.
Well, that's not what I'm saying,
and that's not even a correct representation of it.
You guys made this analogy, bro.
No, because you can't walk. You haven't learned to walk yet. You haven't learned to. All you are is how a baby comes out.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, look. Are those qualities still... That's because you're only doing that. You're only in that white room like this because there's nothing to do. There's nothing to be perceived. There's no one else to perceive.
That's what we said. They have to go through things.
Right, exactly. So what I'm saying is, are those undefinable qualities that you start with, are they still there in that thing, just not able to be expressed because you can't do anything? That's not what you're saying. That's not what you're... That's what I'm trying to understand.
No, they're not there. They're not there.
They're not there because they haven't been perceived
exactly
yet. That's what I'm saying.
What?
No, they can't be brought out. You're a whole completely different person. You're going to go through different reactions. They can be brought out if you live that exact same life.
He's talking about something different. He was saying that some people are just born with certain qualities that like don't have anything to do with their reactions to the world.
Yes.
And you're saying he's saying the opposite.
I'm saying qualities come from the reaction.
This is why I'm so confused. Both of you are arguing for two different things.
But not every. Yes, he's right.
I didn't say everything. I'm saying I said certain qualities.
There are certain things that's who you're going to be. That's just who you're going to be.
And I'm saying
so you believe in fate.
See, that's exactly what I asked.
See, certain behaviors.
You guys see, because I've been saying this the whole time. You guys have been spouting two different things in my head, trying to make me understand.
There are certain behaviors. I believe yes. If Mo was to grow up in Europe, there are parts of him now that will still be in that same European Mo.
So that's right. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I've been trying to say. True. That's what I've been trying to say this entire time.
So you're saying, Mo, if you grew up somewhere completely different, you would not be anything like who you are.
No. I'd definitely be some, but it's not like I don't feel like I was born with it. Like obviously, like we're alike, right? And we grew up two different people in two different areas, but I'm saying
because that's just how we are. That's how we were.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying it's just not. It's not something you were born with. Like it's a coincidence. It's a coincidence that we have these traits.
Okay, but you're talking about two people having the same. I'm saying if you by yourself were to grow up somewhere completely different, you don't think you'd be at all how you are now?
Not at all, but like you're not getting what I'm saying. I'm saying like I might be how I am right now. I might, right? But it's luck. It's like a random.
Yeah, factor. I'm not saying you're gonna be the exact same.
I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying. I'm saying
there will be small parts that are gonna be the same.
I don't think that. I'm saying like, I don't know how to word this. Like those small parts might. They might be.
So you're saying he doesn't believe in like that fate aspect?
Yeah, I don't feel like everything was.
You're saying that basically everything that we are is just a random chance.
Exactly, everything from your surroundings.
So you don't believe in like an inner spirit, like
telling you what to do
like
or stuff
soul,
like that.
Like a soul, or
I don't know.
You don't believe in.
Yeah, I don't know any of that stuff, but
like that's the soul is basically that's the part of you that has those qualities that sticks with you throughout, regardless of your situation.
I don't think that's there. If I were to grow up completely somewhere different family, different everything, different experiences, I wouldn't be the same person I am.
Yeah, obviously you wouldn't be the same person.
I know,
but you have certain qualities.
You're saying those qualities would stick with you.
Not those. I didn't.
Like
there's nothing to.
Certain.
Yes, there will be. I feel like there will be some small parts of you that will still be there.
Yeah, which he's saying is the soul, right? I'm saying those might be. They might be because there's so many qualities in the, like. There's only that little amount of qualities in the world that some actually might be there, right? But I don't think it's just it's a luck factor. Not a luck factor. It's kind of luck. Wherever you grow up is what you are.
This is because you don't believe in like fate, like metaphysics, something bigger than the physical world.
So how could you recreate a soul?
You don't recreate it. What are you talking about? Recreate?
I'm saying like with the clone. Say that cloning was possible and soul cloning was possible.
Okay.
Right? You think if a clone of me was born in fucking Norway, right?
Okay.
With a completely different life. You think we'd meet up at 17 years old?
You're a baby.
We're both babies, right?
Okay.
And I'm living my life, my current life right now. Mm-hmm. And they cloned me at birth.
Wait, look, we gonna okay, go.
They cloned me at birth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they put my clone in Norway, right? And they put me in Libya where I was born, right?
When you go meet that clone, you will have things in common.
Hmm?
Yeah.
I think I will have some things in common, but I don't think it's
you guys are gonna be more similar than you think because they've done studies like this and
with stuff has happened
like identical twins,
that's what I was
basically
gonna say.
Clones of each other.
But they were separate at birth. They didn't know they had a twin.
Two different sides of the world. They grew up and they ended up liking the same things.
They had the same things in common.
They did exactly. Their personalities were pretty similar. It's stuff like that. They didn't have any of the same experiences.
And it was more than just coincidence. Like if there was a clone of you at birth that lived in somewhere completely different, and you were to meet with him, you guys would have to even not at first sight, but say you had to spend every hour with them, you would eventually see things that you see in yourself.
I mean, obviously though.
No, not obviously.
I mean, if you spend that much time with a person, that person kind of like grows on you.
Okay, you can see similar things, but I'm saying they would be the same. Like you would think the same. Like obviously, if I were to hang out with some random kid at our school, there would be some things I think or some things I do that are similar, but there might not be the exact same thing that they do or the exact same way they think. But I'm saying if there was that clone, he would probably have something that he thinks the exact same way you do. Just like that, how those twins were in the studies. They thought the exact same way on something, even though they didn't know they were twins. They lived something completely different.
I don't know. I don't think it's possible for that to happen. I feel like I said, there's so much. How do I word this, Ian?
Ambiguity.
No.
That's the right word. You just don't know the word.
No, I do.
You're basically saying there's too much chance, right?
No, I'm saying.
What are you saying, man?
I'm saying like all these items, right? Like for example, this phone equals equality. This book equals equality. This little piece of paper equals equality that someone could have, right?
Okay.
And there's 7 billion people in the world, right?
Okay.
Almost 8 billion. People are bound to have the same qualities. Like, I don't think it's a big pool of qualities that you get.
Okay, so we're talking about it.
But look,
it's a huge pool of qualities.
Okay, sorry for people who haven't seen Spider-Man, but look, you know how we saw Spider-Man, right?
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. You know how, remember, the Peter Parkers came through, they saw each other, and they started saying the exact same thing that the other one had just said. Okay, they were mimicking each other's movements because they were all Peter Parker, and deep down, that's just what they did.
I don't know. I don't believe
like, if you put another random person, they're not going to do that.
Like I said, he just doesn't believe in the fate aspect of being, of existence.